The time is now. Keep going, keep pushing, rise up. This is your time. This is our time. Let's win. Hi, I'm so excited. Welcome to tuks.twenties. This is an update about my masters. I've now finished. I did a video a little while back about starting my masters and giving you a little update, but now I've graduated and I've finished. And I want to share with you today about the mindset that was required for me to hold on to this promise that God had given me and to pursue and to finish this. And the first verse that I really used throughout this journey was Isaiah 40 verse 31. And I'm going to read it out for you. It's those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Now this verse stuck out for me because you've been given a promise now, and now you're in it, and now you actually have to start putting in the work and start doing it, but things can just get really hard. Life can get hard in general, but for me, I needed to just put my trust and my hope in the Lord. And the verse says, you will renew your strength. And in doing so, my faith rose, my faith grew, and they will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. When things are getting hard, it's that hope and that faith in the Lord, and they will walk and not faint. So that verse really resonated for me. Another verse in the Bible that stood out for me was the story of Joseph. Joseph had things stacked up against him in life. And for you, you may have been given a promise by God, given something that God spoke to you about and told you, you know what, I want you to do, and this is what you're going to do on this earth for my glory, for my name. But what if life just gets in the way? Problems are coming left, right and center. For Joseph, his own brothers sold him into slavery. He was given a dream, and this dream, like him speaking about it, it kind of put him into different situations. Now, even after the brothers were sold him into slavery, he was now in Egypt. He faced struggle with different things in his life stacked up against him. He ended up in prison, so many different situations. And in your own life, it may seem like everything is coming up. Now what do I do? However, Joseph maintained his character. He maintained his hope in the Lord, and God was just giving him favor that even in that situation, he may not have understood the type of favor he was experiencing by God. And I'm going to give you the verse. It's Genesis 50 verse 20. Now, Joseph is now king. His promise has finally come years later, and he's talking to his brothers that sold him into slavery. As for you, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, to bring it about that many people should be kept alive as they are today. How incredible is this verse? Because now all of these bad situations that were happening in his life, God turned it around. And in the same way, God can now turn around those situations and bring about something good from it. And what's even crazier is the fact that now Joseph is king, but Joseph's promise has come true for him, and yeah, it's amazing for him, but he has now kept so many other people alive, so many other good things. Other people are now benefiting from his promise coming true, from this happening. So this also encouraged me, and it also inspired me. But now there's something else. There's Joshua, Joshua 13 verse 1. Now Joshua was old and advanced in years, and the Lord said to him, you are old and advanced in years, and there still remains much land yet to be possessed. Now I say that because you might not even be in Joseph's lane, Joseph's situation. You may have been the problem for your promise not coming to pass that year. You may have self-sabotaged. You may have procrastinated, wasted time, lacked fear. God said, you are old and advanced in years, yet there still remains land to be possessed, land to be conquered. Start now. Your journey starts now. There is no condemnation. Where sin abounds, grace abounds much more. Meaning, go for it now. If you're still alive, if you're watching this video, if there's still breath left in you, if you are old, if you are young, if you've wasted time, it doesn't matter. Hold on to the promise that God's given you. Keep pushing, keep going. You may see everybody else's promises are just happening. Everybody else is getting their good stuff in life, yet you're being held back because of your own circumstances, your own actions. It doesn't matter. Start now. Don't give up on your promises, because God hasn't given up on you, so just keep going. Now the last verse that really stood out to me is Genesis 15 verse 5. Then the Lord took Abram outside and said to him, look up into the sky and count the stars if you can. That's how many descendants you will have. Now imagine all those stars are all of the promises that God gave to Abram. All Abram needed to do was go up and just have faith, and have the faith and the confidence and the trust in God that, you know, these promises are mine. These promises will come to pass. And in Abram's lifetime, sure, he didn't see all of those descendants. Sure, it wouldn't even have been possible for him to see all of those at that time. Yet all of those promises that he had, he just needed to hold on to them, hold on to that faith, and they would come to pass. And you know, that's what legacy is about. Legacy is more about that, what the impact that your life will have and your life will make. And you'll see some of those blessings and some of those promises, but some of them your seed will benefit from them. Your next generation will benefit from them. So what I'll say now is rise up and do everything that you're called to do. Hold on to these verses and do every promise that God gave you. Don't lose hope, don't lose sight of it, because you know, it's been given to you for a reason. Only you can fulfill that promise that's been given to you by God. You were born at such a time as this, and I always hold on to that. That's what I needed to hold on to in my master's, that I completed that, yes, for me, but actually what will be the benefit of this in a few years' time? And I'm holding on to this promise and holding on to that. And yeah, this is just a bit of inspiration for you. Start now, use these verses and keep going, keep pushing, rise up. We have to rise up, because if not us, then who else? So yes, I hope you're inspired by this. As I said, this was about mindset. If you have any specific questions around the master's process, I study international health policy at the London School of Economics. So anything specific around study skills, around, you know, retraining your mind for adapting into doing a master's, anything at all, please comment. I will get back to you. And yeah, God bless you. Take care. Keep going. Like and subscribe. And thank you so much for listening.